Okay, so thank you everybody for joining. Gratitude for joining today's session of Foundations Designed to Deploy. We're going to be going over just a little bit of stuff with Lauren today, who's going to facilitate that session for us. And yeah, Foundations is basically an evolution of another project, and that project currently isn't active, but the same philosophy behind creating a peer network, a peer learning network for each other in order to provide support as well as a collaboration network for other social entrepreneurs. That's kind of the idea behind Foundation. So we're really happy to be on our third session of the year. Thank you guys. My name is Valeria Esqueda. It's kind of pronounced like Valeria, and I am the brand and marketing strategist for the Nest and Woven Studios.
Hi,
Lauren.
I'm Lauren. I am the founder of Flourish Locally. I'm a freelance event producer. I jump into other people's projects and help lift them up. I started doing networking events and creative workshops and have just been able to bop around to different events, and it's the best. It's my favorite thing in the world. I'm currently in Puerto Rico for one of Lee's clients. So I work for her as a program manager, and I am very lucky to be here. So hopefully the Wi-Fi is good, but please don't hesitate to pause me if I need to wait for a better connection a moment. We're here for Design to Deploy. This is a basic Canva basics lesson. I'm really excited to share this with you. It's something that I've been using Canva for many, many years. And I am giving you a disclaimer that I am not a graphic designer. What I use Canva for is design, but it is not like with an educated background. It's an aesthetics background and it's a building brands background. So we're here to learn like the very foundations, if you will, of this platform because I think that it helps. It's super helpful for anyone in your personal life, in your professional life. Makes it really easy to design. So I think it's really important to be able to actually see a program in its full functionality before you kind of like start to muddy around in it. It makes it a lot easier to get started. So I'm going to give you a live example. We're going to talk about just like creating a project from scratch, templates, and then some key functionalities. And then after that, we'll go through a couple of other activities, and then I'll be able to show you a full campaign from start to finish. Oh, forgot I'm going into the, okay, so I'm going into start a new. Oh, Canva's already open. Okay. So this is Canva. Has anyone not used Canva before? Like, has anyone not seen? Okay, perfect. Okay, so a couple of people. So Canva is a creative platform that you can use to create any kind of like birthday party invitations. You can use it as photo editing. You can use it to like make backgrounds for your phone or your computer, like whatever you want graphically. Canva exists. So what we're going to do is go through and I'm just going to show you like the basic functions. So we're going to start by creating a new project. In here, you'll see this is my homepage. This is the homepage of the Nest. It's already been branded by Lee and her team to be able to kind of live in the like colorways and things like that. So I'll walk you through some of that too. Um, when we go to create a project, we're going to open this and then it gives you a whole suite of options. So you can kind of look to see what you're in here for. If you're doing a presentation, if you're looking to use it for social media, you could use it. A lot of kids use it for their projects. I know my son, I have him like making creative projects on there. I've asked him if he wants something. I've told him that he needs to create a presentation for us. So he's gone through and like done research and put slides together. So for here, I'm going to open up a social media one. So if you are looking to just start from scratch on something, oh, you know what? Let's do actually we're going to pretend that we're making a a party invitation because I use Partiful a lot. So I'm going to make a custom size. And for Partiful, I already know that my size is going to be 1080 by 1080 pixels. And this is something that you can Google. Like you can just go online and see what dimensions do I need for whatever you're working on, whether that's a Facebook header or if you are trying to create like a personalized calendar and send it to a printer, you can Google those sizes and it's really easy to find. So we're going to create a new design. And there are a couple of things about size selection. You can, if you decide later that you want to redo a design, you can edit the size. In here, if you are paying for Pro, you can size and copy and resize, or you can resize this design. If you don't have that option, if you don't want to pay for the platform, you can still resize it by opening a new 2016. Oh, actually, let's make it. And we're going to create a new design. And all I would do to resize it if I didn't want to pay for it is copy everything that I've created in one space and paste it in the other space. So there are some differences between Pro and the free version. The Pro version is like $15 a month, but if you're using the basic version, there are workarounds for it. So I just want to make sure that you know that before you feel like you have to invest in it. So if we are looking at just creating a party template or a party invitation, we're going to go to templates and we're just going to look for party. And there's other ways to search for different templates. You could search by aesthetic, you could search for colorway. So if I just type in party, it's going to bring up a bunch of different kinds of, oh, sorry, a bunch of different kinds of templates. And you can scroll through until you find something you like, or you can get more specific. So I like that one. And then once you've selected something, it gives you similar options. So you can go through here. And what I like to do when I first start a project, if I don't have an idea already of what the concept is, I'll go through and I'll select a few. I'll add a page, and then I'll just go through and select a few different things that I like. This is really basic, but maybe I like the colorway on it. And then this one. And then again, it's given me a new thing. Oh, I like this one, this Pride Month schedule. So you can take all of these different ideas and start to make a mood board for yourself with all of the different options. And then once you have all those options available, some ideas that you like, you can scale back and actually look at the mood board that you've created. So if you have 10 different options here, you can see them all together and see if anything pops. I've heard before when people go traveling, they'll take pictures just all throughout their time together. And then they'll put all the pictures all together and see what commonalities there are. So if you're scrolling through a bunch of templates and you choose a bunch of different options, you can pull back and say, oh, I clearly am into this pink vibe. Oh, I really love a bold font. So those are some of the ways that I use templates to be able to start to piece together an idea for what I want to do. Okay, so we're going to talk about key functionalities. So we're going to look at this right here, and we're going to just start to play around with this one. So I am doing a dinner on, I don't know, I can't remember when my dinner is, March 28th, maybe? I can only remember dates if I'm actually looking at the calendar. And so I can start to double click in here, type around, and then you can see like it's really easy to change different things. So you can change fonts, change type, you can start to move shapes around. So if I decided that I didn't like this background color, I'm gonna click into here. And it already gives me a bunch of auto-populated options that are within a similar color palette. So these options would be different if I had started with a different template as my selection. So I like this color palette already, but I do love a mint green background. Um, and I really like that it's like this, but I would also like to add a photo. So I'm going to go over to elements over here, and I'm going to start to search elements. So in elements, I'm thinking I want a cocktail glass. So it gives you different options for graphics, photos, frames, videos, 3D. So you have like this wide range of selection that's already built into Canva. So I want to do a single cocktail glass. So I'm actually going to change my search. Single cocktail glass. Oh, cute. Okay. So I love this cocktail glass. It matches my colorway. I love that it's freestanding. Love the little decoration. I hate that it has a background. It looks horrible. So we're going to go in and do background remover. And you have now your freestanding cocktail glass. You can resize it. Oh, looking a little fuzzy. Okay. And then Canva gives you magic recommendations. So then you can go in and see all of the ones, and many of these are probably taken by the same photographer, they've probably been labeled in similar ways. So you can scroll through and now see if you want to replace that cocktail glass or maybe you want to add another one. So we're going to, I did say dinner, but clearly it's all about the cocktails. So I am going to change the direction on this just a touch so that they are kind of leaning toward each other. And maybe I want to add a font. So I'm going to go over here to text and I'm going to do a save the date. Oh, how's my connection on your side?
You're doing good so far.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna click on this box up here where it gives you the font option, and it gives you all of these different options, all fonts that are free with Canva. There are some pro options that you would need to pay for pro for, but for the most part, they have a ton of options that are really easy to use. Great. Love that. Can't make it bold. So in order to see it, I'm gonna have to make it real big. Okay. Um, Not the font I would land on, but you get the idea. Does anyone have any questions offhand? You can drop them in the chat or feel free to unmute yourself. No? Okay. Okay. We talked about background remover, alignment. There are a couple of things on here. So let's say I'm playing around with font and I all of a sudden displace this first section up here. So what you can do is use your keyboard and highlight multiple things. Holding my shift button down and I'm highlighting all these things in a row. And I'm going to go up to position. And I'm going to realign them in the way that they need to be realigned. So this one was all justified left. So I'm going to pull that over and it's going to realign it to the left. If I wanted to make sure that they were all in the center of the screen or in the center of the artboard, I would center them and it would change them to be centered. And then, oh, actually, that just centered them on itself, but that's okay. I'm hitting Control Z to go back to the way that it was. So alignment, there are some things in here that are built in to help you get real nitty-gritty. You can click File, Settings, and show rulers and grids. And this one is going to help you to make things aligned. So this one I would use if, let's say I was using this font up here and I wanted this one down here to match, but it didn't quite look right to me. So maybe I didn't have the ruler on and I didn't feel like it looked right. So I'm going to bring the ruler over and I'm going to get real close. And I'm going to say, okay, yeah, that does look aligned. This also helps the rulers and guides if you are working on multiple multiple pieces. So let's say you wanted this artboard here to match this one down here. You wanted all of the beginning text to be aligned. So you'd use the guide to be able to move everything from one page to the other, or make sure it was aligned on both pages. Okay, some effects. So let's look at this one. So for this one, you can use a few different effects on text and also on photos and graphics that are automatically in here or ones that you import on your own. So for this one, we're going to go to effects. And it gives you all of these different options. So you could do an echo, and that changes the appearance of the font. It makes it really easy for something to pop. You can change it so that it's hollow. If you change it so that it's hollow, you could also, I'm going to hit Option on my Mac, otherwise it'd be Alt on a PC, and I'm going to click and drag this to duplicate it. For this one, I'm gonna take off the effect by clicking none. And I'm gonna make this color, I'm gonna make this one, this green color. I'm gonna change the position of it to go backward. And now I have an outlined font that was solid, and now it is a cute green color that's an outline. So there are a bunch of different things that you can do with the effects. You can make a curvature in the font. You can put like a little glow on it. So it's really fun to play around with if you have like something that's in a tricky spot and maybe you just need the lettering to curve around it a little bit. And then let's look at a photo and see what we can do with effects there. So for this one, we've already removed the background on this one, but that doesn't change the fact that you can do other things. So in here, Magic Layers is new. It's very cool. Okay, I'm going to do that one after. Okay, so you can change what part of the background it takes off. So if you just wanted like part of that background, you can add it back in. You can make a video into an image into a video. You can generate a background. I hope you get to play around in here because there are so many fun things that you can do. Pull this out. I'm going to start a new page. And I am going to go into my uploads so that I can show you what that other button does. Okay, I'm going to drop this in. So these are all these are all images that I've uploaded myself. So from my desktop, I just like dragged them onto the screen and it automatically uploads and it saves all of the images that you've uploaded for each account that you have. So for me personally, this is all of the stuff that I've done for the Nest. I have other Canva accounts for the different brands that I work with. So it's like different images, a different collection of images. Okay, so I dropped this one in. I'm gonna make it as big as I can. So I hope you can see it. So right now, oh, I'm also going to get rid of this guide. So right now, this is one image. Nothing is clickable. It just is what it is. But Canva just dropped this new tool that is amazing. I do a lot of events and I've done maps and things. So I click the magic layers button. I do a lot of events. I do maps for events, and sometimes I take like Google Map images and then drop the actual image in there. And so with this, you can take out piece by piece layers within this. So it builds layers into something and makes this one image completely editable. Okay, we are going to, oh, is it going to go? Oh, yes. So now every single one of these images, like pieces within the image, you can move around. That is like, that's new technology, you guys. That did not exist a few weeks ago. So it's very exciting. So anything that you have, like, and this works also for photographs that you have. So in your phone already, you can take pieces out of your photos. Like you can take like that plate that's on the table off the table. You can take that weird stop sign behind your head away. This, if you are dropping it and working within Canva, you can do that within the Canva platform now. Okay. I think that's it. Oh, you know what? The last thing that I wanted to show you was there is built in to Canva a QR editor, or sorry, a QR generator. That is something that if you're I love Partiful. I work with Partiful a lot. So to do my own personal life party invitations. So if I'm printing something out and I want to be able to share that link with someone, I can create a QR code for it. So I'm going to go to Elements. Oh, I feel like usually it's on this side. Let's see. I want to add something. Hmm. Okay. So also that may have moved to a different place. I feel like it was on here before, but there is a QR code generator in here. Um, and so you can type in the website that you want to go to, and you can make that QR code go wherever you need it to go. Okay. I am going to go back into presenting. So that was our live demonstration. Thank you for watching me play around in Canva. I clearly get very excited about it. Again, not a graphic designer. Okay, so this is reflection time. So I would love for you to take a moment and really think about how you might utilize Canva in your personal or professional life. And maybe think throughout the rest of the presentation of any questions that you could have at the end, because I think for me personally, I've been on classes like this where we get to the end of the class and I think, okay, great, I'm so excited to implement these things. And then I have all of these questions afterward. So I just want to give some space right now to think like these are some examples. You can use this in any way you want, but maybe as you're thinking about how you would use it, um, think about how am I answering those questions, or would you walk away from this class being like, I don't really know how to even get started, or I don't know how to do that specific thing. So I'm just going to give you 2 minutes to really think about that. Just about a minute left. Okay. I'll call it at a minute 30. I feel like 2 minutes feels like a really long time. Does anyone want to share things that they thought of that they would use it for? Brianna?
Yeah, sure, I can share. Um, I have a nonprofit and I use Canva a lot for my social media design. So, similar to Lauren, I'm in no way a graphic designer. I'm learning as I go, but Canva has made it super easy. One thing I really love about Canva that I was having trouble with before I was using it was sizing things correctly for Instagram. I would spend a lot of time working on a design and then go to post it, and it just didn't look how I wanted it to because it wasn't sized the right way. So that's something I really appreciate with Canva is that whether it's an Instagram post or an Instagram story, whether I'm working on a flyer or a header for a website, I can size it exactly how I need it. So that way, when I go to make it live, it looks how I want it to.
Yes. Brianna's not a plant. This is not paid for Canva by paid for by Canva. I swear. I think that's great. Does anyone else want to share?
I have a question for you.
Yes.
I've created a document that has a photograph of a painting as the background and then text
Hmm.
around it and so on. I've had difficulty, I'm not sure how to explain it, seeing where, what would be my different options if, let's say, the entire background is there and then there's some text, or if the background is a little smaller and then there's some, is there a
Hmm.
way to stack up in a row your different options?
Oh my God. Did you, are you also a plant? Because this is, hold on. This is the one of the next slides. This is,
Okay. Okay.
so there are, and actually, let me just show you this really quick. That's a great question. So the way that I built this one out was, so I started with something that I pulled directly from a I'll switch and I'll do these slides now. So I pulled this as a template straight from Canva. I started by changing the font colors to match the nest, and
Mhm.
then I edited my own, like I put my own photo in, and then I edited the text for the fonts of the nest. So once I do this, you can see all of your options on top of each other. So it would be the same thing if you just wanted to leave the same photo, but you wanted to change all of the different ways that the text is around the photo. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, yes. And it seems like so you just made separate pages, is that right?
Yes.
Then you
So
can Mhm.
thank you for connecting the dots for me. Yes. So I started with this one and then I duplicated the page
I see. I see. Okay.
and then made a small edit and then
Mhm.
duplicated the page again so that I
Okay.
could see the progress. Um,
Okay.
and then I will say that this thumbnail gives you kind of a small view. So what you could do is screenshot it, then pull up the screenshot and enlarge it. And that
Okay.
would help give you better visibility as to what you're looking at.
Mhm. It's great.
Yay.
Thank
Anyone
you.
else? Anyone else have questions about the projects that they want to work on off the bat? Okay, I'm
I,
going
I have
to. Oh,
I
yeah.
have one other question
Yeah.
for you. When you work in Canva, do you and you get something published? Because that's something that I'm working on now. Do you have to acknowledge Canva in
No,
some
no,
way?
they're
No.
if no, if they are like you're working within their platform and
Mhm.
it's a free program and they actually started as a printing company. So you're able to utilize that platform without having to acknowledge them. Absolutely.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to talk about integrating your brand identity. We all have a brand. whether we have a company or whether we are humans on Earth that have opinions on things, we all have some kind of brand identity in this commodified world. So I am the type of person who likes, like, I really like green. Clearly, I've already selected green multiple times. Both of my other brands have green as the predominant color. So when I start to think about Canva, you could in your personal life just put in brand colors that are hues and shades that you prefer. Canva gives you a place to load all of your brand assets. So this is a snapshot of what Lee's page looks like for the nest, but you have a place where you can drop in your logos, you can pick your colors and fonts, key photos and graphics. And what that does is as you're going to edit, you can select I'm just gonna select rectangle. I'm just gonna click this and it'll just drop a rectangle in. If I wanted to change the color on this, my brand kit comes up. And I already know, for me as a freelancer who works for Lee, I already know what she's designed, what her predetermined colors are. So I can always work within those colors and not have to worry about it or guess or ask her every single time. I can go into this brand tab right here. And this shows me a better breadth of it, but the logos, I can drop a logo in. Oh, did it drop it in? My screen is covering it. Okay, there we go. So I can drop a logo in. And actually, let's just do this and do this. And I'm already halfway to designing something for Lee's brand. So whether you are like, if you use Canva in your personal life and you always use it for Christmas cards, right? Every single year you put together your Christmas card in here and then you send it to the printer. So you could, as one of your brand, like as your logo, you could literally just write like your signature for your holiday card. This is how we always sign it. You could use it as, if you're always using it for parties, you could use it as your like tagline for your party and just have a photo of it and drop it in every single time. Like whatever it is in your personal life that you would utilize it for, or for your brand or organization. Obviously, you can use it for your logo there. Other things let's go back into other things for brand identity. I think that is, sorry, I'm having to work around both screens. Okay. That's it for brand identity. Everything just kind of makes it easier to start to turn things out a lot faster. And then we talked about this one, integrating your brand. It makes it, again, really easy. You already have pre-selected colors. You can start from a template and just manipulate small pieces to be able to create something that's in line. Okay, so we're going to talk about creating multi-channel marketing. So one of the things that Lee and I talked about when we started talking about the class was it makes it so simple once you're set up to just knock out a bunch of collateral across channels. So, what is multi-channel marketing? It's reaching your audience across multiple platforms with a consistent message. You want all of the branding for this specific campaign to look the same. So, this is actually this screenshot in the background. This is something that one of the designers within the Nest created. So I'm actually going to take you through it so you can see what's involved. Let me open that one. So this started as, Can you all see that well enough? I wonder if I go into preview if that'll work. Okay, perfect. So this started as essentially a sticker page. There were colorways that were already approved. There were icons, these birds and the cactus down here. Those are already within the Nest brand kit. The block print that follows the red over here, that is something that exists as a pattern that is in the brand kit that can be changed to different colors. So the graphic designer that did this, they took all these individual pieces and turned it into different pieces that could be used across social media, email marketing, the Eventbrite header images. So once the structure was created, I personally was able to take it and the presentation that I've been showing throughout, that was taken from the original graphic designer, and I just took their individual components, moved them around, and created the presentation for myself. So working with somebody that actually has a design background actually has a marketing agency, having them be able to deliver something that's a starting platform, but then allows you to jump in and create different pieces that can be sized in different ways. That makes it really easy to just get into a campaign and execute it really quickly. That is everything. That's really the bulk of it. Oh, sorry. Sorry. See, now I'm all presenting and doing the thing. Okay. Uh, Connect with me. I build creative experiences that connect people through making and shared moments. Creative workshops are my favorite, and networking events are I don't know, it's all amazing. I love it. I have flourish.locally.com and openhousecreativefest.com, which will be launching in June. And connect with the Nest. This is hosted by the Nest. This is something that Lee is doing to give back. This is not something that this is coming out of the Nest's bottom line because it's really important for her to bring in the community and share experience and share knowledge. And so I'm really proud to be able to work for Lee and the Nest and be a part of this. So thank you, Lee. And thank you, Valet, for jumping in and moderating. I'm going to stop
Stars.
sharing and open it up for questions, um, feedback.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so I noticed that in the color palette that you
Hmm.
had all of the Nest colors. Do you
Hmm.
import that colors and then create a folder for those colors? Like how do you, because it actually said like the Nest colors. So how do you
Yeah,
group that?
let me go. Actually, let me share my screen again. Sorry. Um, okay. So in under brand,
Right, right, right.
colors, and then you just go through and you can actually select those colors. So those are like a predetermined, like she selected each one of those colors
Oh,
individually and put in I can't
Like
even
the
think of what it's
color
called right now.
code,
But
like the
thank
little
color
note.
you.
code?
Exactly.
Hmm.
Okay, so you can import any color in there then, right? I mean, if you have the
Yeah.
code, then you can just create any. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha.
So along the brand kit lines, if I go to Canva, I can find something that says brand kit and it will help me just go through it. Pick the colors, pick the font, and the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll show you,
Okay.
it'll ask you, there's like big boxes. If you haven't done anything yet, it'll say like, here's where you put your logo, and you click on it and you just
Great.
drag whatever photo into it.
Great. Were you gonna ask?
Yeah. First of all, thank you. This made me so not afraid of Canva. Like I haven't
tried because I just thought it was going to be too much, but I'm really excited to try it. And so my question is, currently my website is with GoDaddy, which I feel is expensive and hard to, it's not user friendly necessarily.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so I see that Canva does websites. Is there a charge for that? And do you feel like it's user friendly enough or for somebody like me to set up, or is it better to get help?
I don't have a Canva website and I don't actually have experience in
Oh,
using
okay.
Canva as a website platform. If anyone else does on here, please feel free to share. I use Squarespace personally, and I feel like it's really easy to build out. Lee, is the Nest website on Squarespace also?
Yeah, our website is on Squarespace. And I would say so for Canva, you can make a website on Canva. Um I would say it's kind of like I don't have the best example of like like maybe you go to the I don't know, the Italian restaurant and they might happen to like serve uh chow mein also randomly, which maybe it tastes good
Oh,
and maybe it doesn't, but like it's not really their specialty, so it's not where I
yeah,
want
got
to go
it.
to get it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
So
Right.
yes.
they're really good for the designing this like two-dimensional like or well, I mean it's still two-dimensional, but like a graphic. But in terms
Got
of the website functionality, I have not yet seen that they quite can measure up to something like a Squarespace, which is relatively in terms of hosting inexpensive and is also quite user friendly.
Hmm.
But, like if you have a subscription, it doesn't cost extra. Like you can just have your subscription with Canva and design a website there. So it's something one could play around with. But
Okay.
given that we're related and I know you, I would think that it wouldn't be the place that you would have the most fun is like trying to make a website on Canva.
Okay, got it.
And I
Thank you
will
guys.
say,
Yeah.
sorry, Sharon. I will say that the what I use it for on my website actually is not to build the website platform. It's actually to take images and see what things will look like before I change it on the website. So
Got
Lee
it.
and I are working on building a brand deck for Open House Creative Fest. And what I was doing was taking some of the logos that she sent me as options over, and I screenshot my homepage, imported that to Canva, and then covered my current logo and then just dropped the different versions of the new logo on to see what it looked like with the rest of the page. So that's actually how I utilize it to build my
Got it.
website.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Yeah, I think I'll just leave it alone for now, but it's churning.
But you
Thank
know people that can help you.
you. I am so blessed. Yeah.
Does anyone else have questions?
I have one more question. If you make a flyer, how do you output it to a PDF or to print it? I mean, what
Oh,
kind
great
of what kind
question.
of file do you get?
So you could do anything. So if you can still see my screen, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
share. And then on here, share, there is a download button. And then you can do anything, like any option that's on here. So PDF,
Oh.
PowerPoint, MP4, JPEG, PNG. So like you could do a JPEG, but
Mhm.
PNG is a higher res. So I just do PNG for everything. So
Got
this
it.
is also, if you have the pro version, you can do SVG, which
Hmm.
is hold on. I literally had to write it down earlier because I was like, what is scalable vector,
Right.
no quality loss. Sorry, that's not for you, Mom. That's for every the other people that don't have a graphic design background.
Oh,
Which you do. So that is for there are certain things that people will want that are vector based, because when you scale them up and down, it doesn't lose resolution. So, like, if you ever see something on a website and it looks really like blocky and pixelated, it's probably because they used an image that was too small. So, if you export as an SVG, then you can scale it any size. Um, and then you could do a GIF. I know that you love GIFs. No, I don't know. Do you know what that is?
do I know
I
what that
barely
is? Oh,
like I barely know what that is. Um, and then you can
okay.
scale them to any size.
Cool beans.
And you can also you can do what Lauren just said, and people can also print directly through Canva as well. Like you can order prints through Canva and of just like postcards or paper. They with that they can give you are limited to like some standard sizes, but they have a good range of sizes. But you can also like get t-shirts printed or mugs or other miscellaneous
Oh,
things. I won't say it's like the most competitive pricing. Like probably your local printer would be cheaper, but sometimes it depending on your printer, like this might be faster or it's just easy because you're already in Canva. And I wouldn't say that it's like wildly more expensive than certainly not than other kind of like online printing services.
awesome. Was that magic layers included in the free version, or is that the pro version, the one you have to
Lee,
pay
you have
for?
Pro, right?
We have Pro, so I
Okay.
don't know for
I
sure.
would think, you
Oh,
know what? Let me actually just look really quick because I
because that's
think it's
actually
going to
kind of
be
a cool
Pro.
feature. Yeah.
Um, but Mom, I can add you onto my account. Yes, and you can see anytime it has this little crown,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
is
that's a,
that requires Pro.
yeah, gotcha. Okay, okay.
Any other questions?
Looks exciting.
Yay. I really hope that it made it more comfortable for you all to be able to jump into it. It is something that I need to be shown how certain technologies work before I can use them. I cannot just jump into something. Lee started in Asana and then I was like, "Oh, I love Asana." But I would not have known that unless I was literally handheld through the whole thing. So, thank you. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you
Thank
so
you to
I,
everyone who
much.
joined us.
yeah,
I'm really glad that the connection stayed on well the whole time.
I know.
Okay,
Yay.
have a wonderful afternoon. Lee, do
Well,
you have
I
any
want to
closing remarks?
just, yeah, I
Oh,
just
yeah.
wanted to say first, thank you to Lauren. This was really great. I'm so grateful for her not only to have put together this presentation with her great skill set and like really showing us how you don't have to be a designer to really like lean on what you may have like strong aesthetic leanings or strong aesthetic skills even, but not know all the tools. And so I feel like that's what Canva is really great for. And I think Lauren did a great demonstration of how you can utilize that for yourself. But also like shout out to her for doing double duty for the nest this week because I got COVID randomly and was like, can you go to Puerto Rico for me in 2 days? And she said yes. So just
Of
doubly
course.
rock star on Lauren for then doing this presentation from there. And then I just wanted to say to all of you all, Lauren, yeah, mostly works on our really on our programs team, doing things like foundations, supports our events projects, and Valeria is on our communications and marketing team and works both for the Nest communications and marketing, but also does client work. And I think that this workshop was in particular fun for us to do because I think it also shows how there's a lot of things you can do with the templates inside of Canva. And then this is also ways that you can work with us. If you ever wanted to do something that was a little bit more customized, like what Lauren was showing you at the end with our brand materials, we can always create a kind of brand kit for you all and even some templates. And then you can take it from there. And it's a way to even maybe save $1 or two instead of having us manage your whole account or like create an entire website for you or an entire kind of like portfolio of collateral. Sometimes just getting that little boost of the kit is the thing that you need, that then you can use your own design eye with something like Canva to be able to really bring it to life. So this was an especially fun one for me to get to be a part of. We're really glad that you all could all join. And like we said, we'll be sending out the recording so you can go back and watch this and share this, and hopefully you'll come to some more. We have another session next week with another team member that should be really exciting too, so spread the word. We'd love to be able to share our insights with more folks.